Of course, as always, it was about food. Anyway, boom. So yeah. So what else were we talking about? We were talking about the train. So the train doesn't matter what train it is. Take your book bag off. Next thing, if if the bag that you have, what you can feel it hit something. When you feel it hit something, move it. Apologize. Say, "Oh, I'm sorry." So that person, you can acknowledge that you know you hit that person and you don't know that person. Or even if you did know the person, you should still acknowledge that you hit someone, right? When you don't acknowledge that you hit the person, it makes the other person kind of angry. And they have to figure out what kind of day do they want to have. Now, you'll get a person like me that looks at you and just be like, and shake her head because I need to go do some work and be about my day. Not everyone is like me. You might find, and depending on what train you're on, you might find a person that you bump them, and all everyone else here is, so you're not gonna say excuse me, so you're not gonna say sorry. Once you hear that person say that, there is nothing that you can do except go, I am so sorry. You are so right. That is it. Do not ask them, excuse me. Do not ask them, excuse me, who are you talking to? Do not ask any questions. Do not make any statements like there's no reason for me to say sorry to you. Do not say anything except I am sorry. I am so sorry. You're right. That's it. And leave it at that. Because if you do it, that's the code key to just diffuse the entire situation. Unless unless you found that person, like, because it could be a man or a woman, you found that person that is just like, this is the last draw for me, like, I'm so sick of this, yo, I was waiting for someone to start with me, all this other stuff, and you get someone like that, just know they don't make them that way anymore. I think it's because all the therapy everybody's been going through, all the energy clearings and stuff, all the elevations and stuff. It's not as much as it was when I was coming up. When I was coming up, boy, you step on the wrong person's sneakers, oh my god, oh my god, it was like you took their mother out their house and beat her like just beat her like to a pulp, and just went like, yeah, that's how it was. They would lose it, and I'm like, dude, what? And those sneakers didn't cost anything the way that they cost now. Mm-mm. And then these kids be running. Yo, I be seeing the kids running them, all white, just running them. I'm like, oh, your parents let you run in those sneakers? But anyway, it's funny. But yeah, so that is what I have about the train. Let me see what else about the train. Don't block the doors unless you're going to be accommodating and move. I said that already. Do not allow people. Oh, can we? Okay. All right. Okay, maybe it's me. Okay, all right. It could be the me, right? If someone's doing something to you on the train that you don't like, why don't you say something? You rolling your eyes, you just shifting. Oh, that's not telling them nothing. Yo, there are so many times, and when I was younger and really cared, I would say, be like, yo, can you take your bag off? You like, I remember one time I was sitting down in the two-seater, and there was a lady who, this guy's bag was just like smashing her into the wall, and she wasn't saying nothing. And she was just like, she was like just cramped up, and I'm looking at her, and she looked like she was in distress. And I tapped him. I was like, yo, you don't see that you're crushing this lady? I was like, you don't see that you're crushing this lady? And he was just like, oh, and he took his bag off. And I'm looking at her like, bitch, what was wrong with you? Me? Nah. Mm-mm. Just the other day, I was standing by the door, and this don't make me laugh. I was standing by the door because we had to switch trains because something happened, whatever. We had to switch trains. So this guy gets on and I let him on, because I'm standing by the door and it was crowded in front of me. So I'm standing by the door in the corner, right? He decides that he's going to put his hand on the pole. Yeah, that's in front of me. That's to my left. And I was just like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't leave your hand there. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I was like, no, we're not doing that. And he just looked at me and I looked at him like, what, we gonna have a beef about it? Because we're not doing that. It's like I'm standing here, and oh, I was told, this is what I was told to talk about from my children, Jaeden and Mikayla. What they said to me was to let everyone know and to go on record that this is how they feel and this is what they say. They said that, I quote, I'm walking here is not New York, it's from Jersey. That's what they said. Now, what I told them is the people who believe it is, I believe they got it from a movie. And I don't remember, you put it, because I know a bazillion people are going to put what movie it is. It's from a movie. So that's where people see it from. And it's like programmed into their head. And I believe he was in New York when they filmed it. He was supposed to be like in New York setting in the movie. Please, someone tell me what the movie is. But yeah, so that's what happened, and it just stuck. They hate it. I asked them, like, what are some things that you want me to tell the people? And they were like, yeah, tell them that it's not New York, it's Jersey. And the other one was, Jaeden said everyone does not speak like an Italian mobster. Like, he was like, everyone doesn't speak that way. Please stop like classifying. I'm just, look it, don't come for me. I'm just the messenger. I know they shoot him, but I'm ducking. But yeah, so this is what I was told. They were like, those were the two things. They were like, can everybody please stop co-signing and please stop saying. But anyway, back to the non-tourists. Another thing that Mikayla was very boisterous about this one. Another thing Mikayla wanted me to address to the committee and to the people who were watching. Another thing she wanted me to address was, if you see a line, and I have to co-sign this one with her. If you see a line, right? You're standing, you come up to go on the bus. Doesn't matter what bus, you see a line. You don't walk past everyone in the line and stand behind the first person and get on the fucking bus. You don't do that. Don't do that. It's like, I hear people, no, bitch, you don't do that. I used to hate that. And for me, the place who did it the most was Jamaica Avenue in Queens. Oh my God, I used to be so mad. It would be pouring rain, and then all of a sudden, this bus that took forever to get there finally shows up, and then people who weren't even standing there 5 minutes or 2 minutes jump in front. Boy, I'd be like, what? You need to know how to act in which borough. There's certain boroughs you just let shit slide. It's not worth the smoke. But that's for another video. But yeah, so please stop jumping in front of people. You know you weren't standing there. You see all those people standing back there. You understand? No, you don't do that. Especially Manhattan, because in Manhattan, people like me, I would tell you, I'd be like, people are. I have a story. I always have a story. So it was raining. It just happened to be raining. It was raining, right? And there's this Hispanic man that, and I told you what he was so you can hear his accent. There's a Hispanic man that I usually travel with the bus with. We just get off work at the same time and we go, because we go into work at the same time. So I saw him, and he was standing in front of me. Right? So he was supposed to get on the bus first. So he was standing in front of me. There were a couple of people in front of him, right? So the bus was taking forever. It was raining. And not like raining, but it was raining. Like Chris, that was it Tony Rock? I think his name is Tony Rock. His Chris Rock's brother. He was just like, we emphasize it twice because it was really bad. So we were standing there. The bus was taking forever. The bus finally came because for some reason when it rains, people can't drive. But yeah, so the bus finally came. This woman comes out of nowhere and just cuts him off and gets on the bus or gets towards the bus. He didn't say anything. I'm assuming because she's a woman. He was an older gentleman, so I'm assuming he's like, you know what? I'd rather just not deal with have no smoke, so I'm not gonna say nothing. I didn't sign that contract. So I was like, yo, what you doing? Like, what you doing right now? I was like, you gonna, because let me help you. We were online in the front. There was a bunch of people behind us. There was at least 6 other people behind us. So it's bad enough you skipped the 2 of us. You skipped all those people and you just think, what do you think? What do you think? Like, what do you think you're doing? And I was like, no, the line is back there. You don't do that. And then he started laughing. He was like, thank you for saying, he was going up. He was like, thank you for saying something. He was like, he goes, we just like getting wet. Like I was crying. He was funny. He was like, we just like getting wet. So we just stand around for no freaking reason just to get wet. I was like, yeah. So to make that not happen to you when you visit New York City, please refrain from skipping the line. Please refrain from skipping in line. Also, if you work in New York City and you live here, you should know better. Please refrain from skipping the line. Let me think of anything else. You shouldn't eat in the street. It's not really clean. That's just my own preference. That's like my own thing. Like, I don't know. I see people like walking with their food and eating it. The air is dusty. Like this, like especially like pizza and stuff. The air is dusty. Don't don't give the tourists bad things to do because it's not good. And then a lot of you are like, I don't understand why I don't feel well because you ate your pizza all the way downtown. The air down there is not good, and you're just ingesting it. So don't try not to eat outside if you can not. It's not. Now I'm not talking about how restaurants have outdoor dining. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I'm talking about the booths, not the tables. The table for me, this is like I told you, this is my own like bias preference. The tables have to be like secluded from the street because the ones that are on the street where someone could just be like, "Oh, what's this?" and pick it up, I can't mess with. I can't. I can't mess with those. I can't mess with those. Those they fuck with my brain. I can't mess with those because it's just like I just feel like I'm too close to the sidewalk and I'm not encased and I don't like it. But then I've been to other ones where it's like completely in the street, but it's in a booth. Dope. It's the dopest thing. It's like you're in a little restaurant by yourselves. So yeah. So that's that. I think that's it. If you can think of any, please put it in the comments. I want to see them. I want to hear them. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Thanks for coming to New York and thanks for being New Yorkers. Love you guys. Bye.